Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever, whenever that you may be tuning in. This is Yonks, and this is another Gigs Go Green working group. And joined with me are Tyler, my superpower, Mrs. Yonks, and also Amy, aka I am Lotus. And want to thank I am Lotus for bringing this opportunity, the Gitcoin grants round number 20 to our uh, plate as an opportunity for us to submit in. And I've been a little, quite honestly, on the fence as far as really doing anything surrounding Web3 because we're really anticipating most of who that we're going to be onboarding. Gigs go green for the primary benefit of gig workers. Most of the people that were architecting this circular economy for gigs go green is surrounding gig workers and largely expecting and anticipating them to not be Web3 natives. But for multiple different reasons. One of which is that Kevin Owicki, the co-founder of Gitcoin, is actually based in Boulder. And another thing too, I'm going to be going to the Boulder blockchain meetup tomorrow evening. So just from a timing standpoint, it seems like it really makes sense. And then unpacking the climate solutions. And let me go ahead and just navigate over there real quick. So let's go to Gitcoin's homepage. We'll come back here to CCN, the climate solutions portal. And let me go real quick in a new window to gitcoin.co. And applications for GG20 are open and apply to Gitcoin Grants 20 from April 2nd to the 16th. And from what I understand, in order to guarantee that our application will be reviewed, we need to be applied by 6 p.m. Mountain, which is basically when it ticks over UTC time. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go over here. Let's actually scroll down. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for everybody on the live stream. So scrolling down. Let's actually just click on the apply here. I think that that's where it goes to the grant subpage. And the one that we're specifically interested in the community rounds is the climate solutions here. So this is, again, the climatecoordination.org homepage. And looking at the history of this, it looks like that this was a breakout community round. It looks like that there are 5 community rounds. And in this, there is 300,000 in matching rounds. So this is a crowdfunding matched with so the community is what drives the matching round, and from what I understand, we'll take a look at the deeper dive on that. But let's actually take a look here at the Climate Solutions portal. And again, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for everybody here. So here's the breakdown on the matching funds available. I haven't looked into what the bonus shell round is or the bonus silo or however you say that. I was looking at the checklist for climate grantees, which I have this in this tab right here. So pre-round checklist. So let's open this up. Refresh this. So review the climate solutions eligibility round. So let's take a look at this here real quick. So projects must be at least 3 months old. We use Twitter, web domain registration date, and other public info. This is something that we absolutely check the box on without a question. Project organization may only submit 1 round. Absolutely. And we're definitely focused on renewable energy, and I don't know if there's really any other that we would fall under, but with what we're building with solar EV, and then also built environment or transportation. I would say that so absolutely check that box. Grantees who received funding in a previous round, that's not applicable to us. So this is one of the things that is that I'm a little excited about is using some of these solutions for measuring impact. And I can't remember if I took a look at this on climate solutions metric, and we'll come back to this. Let's see. Actually, let's just take a look at it while we're here. So climate solutions metrics garden, and this is a table. Kilowatt of solar installed, number of solar energy projects, number of people who are now utilizing solar energy to charge their phones and devices. And this will be exciting to just have some additional tools that the community is embracing to measure impact. And this is one of the things that I think that I know that it's absolutely something that we need to get good at as far as creating an impact statement or an impact report for what we're doing. So embracing some tools, and it looks like here that this is a pretty long list of things. With where we're at, we're still in a pre-launch phase, and that's one of the things that we here in April and May, basically Q2 of 2024, wanting to move from pre-launch to a launch phase. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close this window, and all returning grantees. This isn't applicable to us. All projects are required to be within the realm of viability, meaning they should be realistically achievable with the given conditions and resources and by the people submitting the projects. Projects are expected to be practical and capable of succeeding based on current circumstances, knowledge, and technology. Even if a project is early, it must still seem credible to the average person with an understanding of Web3 technology and climate solutions, including information about the team's expertise, qualifications, and skills, will help us review your grant. Grantee founders must genuinely intend to build the project, and the project must not broadly be considered an impossibility. Grantees can be eliminated from consideration in the round if they are found to be engaging or enabling Sybil attacks or other forms of manipulation of the grants platform of the Gitcoin community. Grantees should include information about their team of active contributors, including the roles and qualifications of each member, and then the general eligibility. And I'm not going to go through the general eligibility criteria. That's something that can take a look at offline later. So going back to the checklist, so this is something that we need to create the project, and I can't remember if this was the tab. This was a video that I watched earlier. I'm going to throw this in the Zoom chat for anybody that wants to look at that later. It's about an 8-minute video. It's pretty simple as far as the follow through and stuff like that. So let's go ahead, and right now I'm going to go ahead and open up our Gigs Go Green profile over here. I actually have that window open, and let me see, make sure that I've got, I'm going to take this off the screen real quick because I don't know if I even have the MetaMask extension installed. I recently switched over to a new computer, and that was one of the things that I had to re-download in some of these browser windows was the MetaMask extension for Brave. So let me do that real quick and get logged in here to MetaMask for the Gigs Go Green hot wallet. And side note, have you played around, Amy, with the Coinbase wallet yet?
In what way? Investing or buying,
No,
selling, sending?
just like the MetaMask alternative, the Coinbase wallet.
Yeah, I have a Coinbase wallet and I have used it. Initially, I had a hard time because of the KYC. Like if I would send money, they will hold it for 3 days or something. until they got used to me.
So are you talking about Coinbase Exchange or Coinbase Wallet? Because having the
Oh, the
Coinbase
wallet
ex
itself, I haven't
yeah.
really, it's in my app, but I haven't really taken a deep dive on it. It keep asking me for my seed phrase, and I was like, "What the heck? Where did I put that seed phrase?"
Yeah, no, that's fair. So all right, let's see here. I got MetaMask installed, got signed in. Let me move this window back over here. So one of the things that I'm going to do real quick is send a little bit of ETH because that's where we need. And I'm going to do that real quick. Let me just do this here real quick. So here's my Yonks profile. So I'm on Arbitrum. I'm going to send, and this is the Gigs Go Green Hot Wallet 0.001. Very little bit of ETH so that we can get this transaction knocked out. Total. So sending this is costing let's see, a super small amount of Ethereum, and that's one of the nice things about Arbitrum or any layer two is that the cost to spend, and I had already previously had some ETH on Arbitrum for some previous stuff. Haven't done a whole lot on Arbitrum. I feel like I missed the Arbitrum airdrop, but whatever. I can't go back in the time machine and do that. So here's the 0.01 ETH that I just sent over. And this is one of the things that I love about blockchain is, here it is, 9:30 Mountain Time, and the instantaneous dynamic where it can easily move funds around. So let me go ahead and just put this in this window here. I'm going to click on, oh, let me just go back to the Gitcoin.co homepage here. So I did ask I'm actually in the CCN, which stands for the Climate Coordination Network. I did ask in the Telegram where it made the most sense to apply for the round, whether it made more sense as a founder to do that under like yonks.eth or under the project name, and they said it didn't really matter. So I felt that it made the most sense to submit this under the project name. And this is where, anyway, go ahead and click on apply here. And again, scrolling down to the climate solutions, and this is the one that we want to apply for here. So let me make sure, already signed in, connect wallet, MetaMask. So wallet's connected, and this is the gigsgogreen.eth hot wallet. One of the things that we need to do too is, as I mentioned before we went live, and we may get that knocked out here on the live stream depending on time. Let me make this a little bit bigger for everybody. All right, Climate Coordination Network, Climate Round. And I'm going to just read this here real quick. We're on a mission to accelerate blockchain-enabled climate solutions on a global scale, catalyzing diverse forms of climate action in order to create a sustainable and equitable future for all. Through strategic grant distribution coupled with support, we empower climate projects that are dedicated to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and serving as essential core infrastructure for Web3 climate solutions. And I think all of us would unequivocally agree that that's absolutely how that we're positioning Gigs Go Green. Application period, we're within this window. And again, the early bird is, and we already read through this criteria on the Climate Coordination Network's homepage there. And this is some of the opportunity that we will talk about, time permitting, is hypercerts and karma gap. And this is, again, tools to help measure impact. And again, read through all of this. And here's the general eligibility criteria, and I'm not going to unpack this. Which network would you like to build on? I'm going to make this a little bit smaller because there we go. That was a little too big. Arbitrum 1. Next. Project name. I'm going to actually open up the Gigs Go Green. So I'm going to bring this open into this window here. This was the Word doc that have been working on, and this is something that's still a work in progress. So this is where we're at here. And I don't know if this would be too long for the title name, project name. Let's see. I don't know if there's a limit on characters. Website, gigsgogreen.org. Project logo. Logo. Sure why it's not letting me get this in here, but I think that's good enough right there.
It looks
That
good.
good enough, right? Project banner. It's a little bit smaller here. Our fancy design here with the emojis. All right, project description. Let's see. Do we have a great project description? Oh, this is where I think that the whole like project description, like this is, I think we're put all of this stuff in here. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and export this to Markdown. See what extensions, docs to Markdown. This was an add-on that I added for Google Docs, and this is where having a little tool over here is very helpful. So we're gonna Markdown. So I'm just gonna throw this in a notepad over here real quick. And see how well this converts into Markdown. Next. Project Twitter account, gigs go green. Verify. Authorize. Verified. And GitHub organization. Gigs go green. I'm not sure if this is going to have to get verified. So it looks like going to have a little bit of stuff to clean up on the markdown here. Now, I'm not sure if this is where it creates the transaction. Let me see what this looks like. Save and publish. Signing, deploying, connecting to. So 3 cents here, very, very small amount. I think we can come in and edit this. Let me go ahead and do this. Because this is definitely something that needs a little bit of work. So yeah, so apply to the grant round. So I'm going to go ahead and skip this for right now. And here's where we're at on our project details. So this is something that we need to do a little bit more stuff on as far as the cleanup. And this is where we can come in and edit here. So that was pretty easy. Not gonna lie. And
And can
have
you send the link so I can read it over? Uh, Post it in
yeah,
the, yeah.
I'll throw that in the our signal
Yeah, in
group
the
there.
signal group. Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw a reply on that. Still need to clean up and add more details. So let me go back. I'm gonna minimize this one or take this off the screen here, the Google Docs off the screen. So this is a article here, and this is one of the resources that was on this. This was um, crafting your best grant proposal. And this is right on the climatecoordination.org. This was a fairly solid resource here as far as some of the follow the best practices and you'll not get lost. This is where we can include some more details one of the things that I was wanting to include that I had in the Google Docs is this Euler diagram, which is something that have been pretty consistently using to really help show the visualization. And and then the other thing too was the structure your grant, choose the best elements, and project team. This is one of the details that we need to take a look at what we had included within our Hero X Solve It submission, because my expectation is that this is substantially more public than what we submitted. And like here, uh, this person that wrote this guide had like 10 seconds. So our Hero X, I would say, for people to read that, it probably took substantially more than 10 seconds on our team details. And that's where, we had a word character or a word limit on our Hero X submission. And then one of the opportunities that we can include is a final section that includes power links and any ways that people can get involved in your project. So like in the Hero X submissions that we've done, external links, they very clearly set the expectation that any links wouldn't be click through. So this is something for us to think on because this is an opportunity that we could potentially, like, for example, create a Google form. I would absolutely love to find some people that love what we're doing and that would like to contribute. And here's some additional tools. And I don't think that we need necessarily any assistance on crafting our narrative. This is something that we've really been working through. And it may be beneficial to include some details and history of our project. I think that we have a pretty interesting history as far as how that we've been refining this narrative, especially over the last 6 to 9 months, as we've, as you know, continued to refine our narrative through not one, but now 4 Hero exhibitions. And the one that we just concluded, we just literally uploaded the details of that here recently. One of the things that I wanted to take a look at was some of these other tools over here. And this is the stock, the impact measurement tools. And let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger for everybody. So this document is a summary of the CCN climate solutions around metrics, resources, and tools, and an overview of how to utilize them. We'll be updating this as needed, so please let us know how it can be approved and what questions you have. One of the things that's noteworthy is that fairly certain that they have an office hours tomorrow, and I did join the CCN Climate Coordination Network, and I was looking for that trying to find that post here real quick with the details. So yeah, here it is. So over here is this is the office hours that I was talking about, and this is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's something that I may try to pop in to just garner some additional information on this. I'll include a link to that opportunity in our Signal group as well. But what I was wanting to look at, we already looked a little bit at the climate solutions metrics garden. And the other thing that I was wanting to look at was hypercerts. So I think that that's an opportunity for adding additional elements that would probably be worthwhile for us to lean into. So, and then Karma's grantee accountability protocol is designed to help grantees show their progress and build their reputation and assist communities in maintaining grantee accountability. CCN encourages all climate solutions grantees to register their project on Karma Gap. So let's actually just go take a look at that here real quick. So I'm going to go back to our Gigs Go Green browser window and open this over there. So add your project. And let's just call this Gigs Go Green to keep it a little bit more simple here. Movement for workers. And I'm sure that this is something that we can add later. Twitter, let's go green, GitHub, let's go green. I don't know if this needs a link. Let's see. I have a redirect. Sometimes it doesn't like the redirects. And right now, and this is something, if you could add as a action item, Tyler, I know we have a showcase page on LinkedIn, and I don't know how easy it is to convert from a showcase page. Because one of the opportunities I think that we have that I would really like to put on our roadmap is actually creating an official entity. I would like to utilize the Wyoming DUNA when it goes into effect on July 1st here in 2024 and go through the process of becoming a 501c4 as a nonprofit with Gigs Go Green as a social welfare organization. And the nice thing about a 501c4 is that we can lobby if we wanted to. So one of the ambitions that have is like moving from bootstrapping how that we've been operating, where right now we're going to be launching Gigs Go Green with our 3 synergistic cooperatives in Colorado. I would really like to use forward funds from the Gigs Go Green treasury to launch our next states. And some of the states that we have on our roadmap are New York, Minnesota, and Illinois, primarily because those states are have favorable community solar regulations. So let's see. I think that's all that we need here on the Karma. Let's see. Create project. I don't know why this button isn't working. So what? I don't know if I have to be logged in first. Guess I'll have to fill this out again. Okay, welcome to Karma Gap. Next. We were unable to locate any projects associated with your wallet. New project. Guess I'll just fill this stuff in again. It didn't take that long. And I don't know what the and I'm gonna just copy this from the Word doc over here. Oh, look, and it's got these automatic fill in. That makes it even easier. Create project. So just waiting for this transaction to complete. Add a grant. I'll go through and do this later. It's kind of funny. It used the hyphen here on the project URL. Owner, gigs go green. Transfer ownership, delete project. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this, even though I'm live streaming here. And this is one of the opportunities that have is to get better. Haven't been that active on doing any posts on Twitter on this project for a little while, but been busy trying to check some boxes to actually get our regulation crowdfunding offerings launched here. Hopefully we can still do that on Earth Day. I don't know if that's realistic because Earth Day is 1 day away from, or 1 week away from today. So I'm going to throw this link. I'm curious what this looks like. I'm going to open up an incognito window here quick. So this is publicly visible. So we are on, our project is now registered on karmahq.xyz, Karma Gap. So I don't know that much about it, but I trust the stewards of Climate Coordination Network, CCN, as far as some best practices. And that's the nice thing about participating in projects like this, is that it makes it easy to find some of these best practices. So here's a link. I'm going to throw that in our Signal group. Created our project on Karma Gap. Go. Nice. And can fill in some of the details on this later as far as the description and other stuff like that. All right, so here's the project there. One of the other things that wanted to do was go to create a Gnosis safe. Well, formerly Gnosis, safe.global. And accept all. So let's just call this safe.dash arbitrum, or just do arb dot, let's go green.eth. I don't think this safe name really makes that much of a difference on things, but just makes it where we can remember. Arbitrum. And I'm just going to copy the stuff that we used from another safe that we did recently. Just scrolling through these lists here. Add new signer. Well, I guess we did actually make a safe on Polygon for gigs go green. And 3 out of 4 signers. Estimated fee is approximately 1 penny of ETH. And this is what we will use for any of the funds that we receive from this grant round. So I'm going to throw this in our Signal group too. I'll also create an entry in our smart contracts database. So got through everything here that wanted to. The big opportunity now is for us to finish and clean up. Obviously, the markdown didn't convert well and need to get some of those images. So that's something that need to get cleaned up a little bit. Do you have anything that you wanted to bring up here, Amy, before we call this working group a wrap tonight? Do you think that we should catch up tomorrow? Or do you think that we should just go ahead?
We could. I just have a meeting at 3 Central Standard Time. So if you can have the meeting, I don't know, after that or before that, that would be good.
Yeah, let me take a
Jason,
look
your
at-
book's solid tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you looked at your schedule for tomorrow.
I did. It seems like that there's a time slot here at noon Mountain, 1 Central.
That is a good time for me.
Um,
If it's before or after like 4 o'clock or 4:30, anything.
and I'm thinking the 4 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Mountain would be good.
Yeah, well, around 4:30. I think we finish at 4:30 because sometimes we start at 3:15 or something like that. But if we can do 4:30, that would be great.
Should we do earlier then?
Yeah, the 1 o'clock is fine with me. 1 o'clock Central. And I'm gonna go through the material and see what they're still looking for, and you know how to make it if we're still lacking
Well,
anything
yeah,
that they
we're
need.
definitely like the biggest thing that because there's still quite a bit of details to because like I don't have the project team, don't have the roadmap in there. Um, so I just wanted to go through the process, and we've got the initial project submitted. It's not been we've not actually applied for the round yet. Um, but I'm putting a placeholder on my calendar for working group tomorrow at noon Mountain, 1 p.m. Central Time, and I'll get a calendar invite out. And
Okay.
I do have a so I want to try to keep that a little bit shorter because I think one of the things that I don't have on here is unlock protocol. I think was doing a different thing, and this may be a mute point because I think that they're moving the tomorrow's unlock protocol, the DAO weekly, and consolidating that to Wednesday. So that one that's on here, Tyler, may be coming off for unlock anyway. So we'll just go forward here with our working group tomorrow to finish up our submission and actually get applied because we're not applied. And then the other opportunity too is that the office hours that I just mentioned, which is at 11 a.m. So I'm going to put a placeholder on this too for CCN slash GG20 office hours via Zoom. So yeah, as Tyler mentioned, oh, there's also a conversation with a solar solutions provider that I met, and this is where starting to just have some conversations to explore people's capabilities on that. But anyway, I feel good with what we got done on our working group. Definitely need to clean up our submission. I don't know if there's any capabilities of creating a video or using a video within our submission. That's one of the things that I'll ask during the office hours tomorrow. But excited. This is our first Gitcoin grants round. And like I said, wasn't originally anticipating on doing much Web3 native opportunities, but Gitcoin is the big player in the public good space. I think through the climate solutions, it sounds like that they've awarded over or getting close to 4 million, and that will be exceeded here. Not anywhere near the amount of money that the U.S. Department of Energy has been dishing out through the American Made Challenges, but we've been repeatedly creating submissions for that. So maybe people that understand blockchain technology will be a little bit more receptive to what we're doing there. And the thing that's interesting about this is that the that's kind of being done underneath the more on the tokenization of real world assets, but not even going to unpack it any more than that. So we're already 10 minutes past our normal allocated 1 hour for tonight, but does anybody have any final thoughts before we bring this working group to a wrap here tonight?
Good job getting this all organized.
Well,
Yeah, thank you very much.
thanks again to Amy for bringing the opportunity. And it was with a little bit of contemplation that I thought, but then after I started unpacking everything, and like I said, I'm looking forward to going up to the Boulder blockchain meetup because Boulder is one of our pilot communities here in Colorado, and the opportunity with the people that really understand blockchain to potentially be contributors or cheerleaders or whatever the case, the more that we can demonstrate traction in tangible means, and Gitcoin is definitely got a very solid reputation with everything that they're doing surrounding public goods in the ecosystem. One final thing. I'll share this on the Signal group too, but there is a Twitter space on the Climate Coordination Network CCN holds at noon Central Time on Thursday the 18th. So I'll link everybody up on our Signal group. So if people are able to participate on that, might provide some additional exposure as far as the opportunities surrounding plugging into Climate Coordination Network, and again, having more people that have been playing in this space, because I would say that with what we're doing, leaning into the energy and building a solution through a circular economy model is newer for us, but there's so much opportunity on the table, especially surrounding the niche that we're leaning into here for gig workers, primarily Uber and Lyft drivers, that I would say use far more energy to support our local communities than most people do.
Yep. And also in Gitcoin, there's already a crowd there that understand the mission and vision of Gitcoin. And so to be able to present this to them would be an honor for us, that they have, choices to put their money in what they believe in.
Yeah, absolutely. And number go up here with the current crypto bull cycle that we're in. People might be feeling a little bit more generous to spread the wealth, if you will, for things that they can really get behind from a public goods
Yes,
standpoint.
that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Anyway, anyway, thank you for holding this space today and pushing this through. I really appreciate that.
No, I think it was the right thing to do, and if it wasn't for you, Amy, this opportunity would have passed us by here, and this is just one more additional thing that we can do to demonstrate traction. And so we'll host our second working group tomorrow, and this is one of the things. I'm not sure if we'll do some additional working groups because the window doesn't actually open for people to contribute until I think it's April 27th. And then I think it's like maybe a 10-day window where it's crowdfunded and stuff like that. So this will provide some additional opportunity, and I'll bring this up too on the Unlock Protocol weekly conversation, because as you know, we're absolutely using Unlock Protocol from their membership NFT aspect as a very foundational, because one of the things that's very different about our project is that we're taking a cooperative and community member first approach instead of a technology first approach. And that's something that's very different about our go-to-market strategy compared to a lot of other projects within the ecosystem. So looking forward to launching here in 2024, and this is just one more thing that we can add as a experience in, even like creating our project page on the karmahq.xyz there. That was fun, and I think that there's quite a bit more opportunity to add some more details there, but I'll take a look at the hypercerts and have some more conversations on that. I don't think it's something that we necessarily need to have in place here for this, but that's something else that can ask during the office hours for that the Climate Coordination Network is holding tomorrow. But anyway,
Yeah,
it's gonna
send
go
that
ahead.
link. Send that link for that office hours. If I'm free, I'm gonna attend to.
Okay, sounds good, Amy. And everybody have a good night. We'll catch up tomorrow for our second working group on Gitcoin grants round 20.
Okay. Good night, Tyler. Good night, Brooke. Good night, Jason. Bye.
Good night.
Okay. Thanks, Amy. Appreciate you. See you later.